Hi there everybody and welcome. I hope you're all doing well. Let me just double check our settings and welcome back to our live online launch party. So I hope you enjoyed my video earlier this morning, launch with a new catalogue launch. Leave me a comment below so I know you're here. Now we've got, I hope you've been enjoying the, there we go, just getting it all set up, there we go. Hi Kat, welcome. Glad you enjoyed the safari. I figured you would, that's your kind of bag, isn't it? I know that always causes a lot of flicking when we do it live, so I'm glad you guys have been enjoying it. I've enjoyed watching you all beavering away. So yes, we had the video not this morning at 2 o'clock, where we did the catalogue walkthrough. And now we're going to just do a bit of crafting. So we're going to use the Field of Flowers stamp set and coordinating punch. Let's see who we've got. Hi Susan, welcome back. Hi Emma, good to see you. So just to remind you, I know that some of you have done so already, but to remind you to pick your bingo numbers for tonight. I've pinned the bingo numbers post to the top of the page so it's easy to find. I'm really excited. I'm hoping that we have a bit of fun with that one tonight. Bit of an experiment, but I'm sure we'll do fine. So yeah, make sure to find that post and pick your 5 numbers. Like I said, it can be any 5 numbers. I'm giving away 3 £20 gift vouchers tonight, and that will be at 8 o'clock tonight. So you've got till 7 o'clock to pick your numbers, because then I need time to kind of write them down so I can keep a track of who does what. And then obviously we've got some more crafting tonight. Treasure hunt too, Kat. You'll do fine. After this video, there's going to be a treasure hunt as well. So it's all good. There's plenty. Your catalogues will all be well thumbed by the time today is out. But I'd love to hear if you've got some favourites, what's kind of top of your list. I'd love to know what your favourite new ink colour is, because I think I know, but I keep changing my mind. It's kind of between the blue, the green, or the pink. So I haven't really narrowed it down very much at all, really, have I? I haven't done very well. But anyway, so let's have a look. Right, okay, so let's get crafting, shall we? As I say, we're going to use the Field of Flowers stamp set and coordinating punch. And I love this set. So what I'm going to do is I've got 3 cards for you, and I'm going to show you, it's kind of start with a really simple card, and then we'll just kind of step it up and do slightly more complicated versions of it. So this card I'm starting with is super simple. So we've got a Whisper White card base, okay, and then we've got our Whisper White layer, okay, very easy so far. And then we're not going to use the punch for this one, this is just stamps, okay. So we're going to grab some blocks. So we're going to use the stem, and we're going to use these flower heads. Catalogue covered in tea. Oh no, Kat, you spilled tea all over your catalogue. That is not good. That is not good. I'll send you another one if you want, if yours is ruined. And then, okay, so we've got always. I'm going to just grab all my stamps at the moment, and then I'm going to have Thinking of You. Okay. There you go. And then, so as always, I'd love it if you'd share this video. Let's get more people involved and let's have more fun. So, right, we're going to start. We're going to use some Granny Apple Green, Flirty Flamingo, and some Memento Black. So first of all, just going to get my ink pad open. It's always a good way to start. and we're just going to stamp our flower just to the bottom left in our granny apple green, like so. Okay, and then we're going to take our flower heads, all right, and I'm going to ink these up. Now, when you're to line these up, can you see you've got a sideways flower and a round flower? You line them up this way to stamp them on the stem. Okay, can you see that? Boom. Perfect. Okay, and then I'm going to take my black and I'm going to ink up our always. Okay, and let's stamp that just over the top, like so. And then we've got our thinking of you, and I'm going to just pop it underneath. I hope that's straight. There we are. Okay, and then close up our ink pads. And then I'm going to grab my dimensionals. Okay, I'm going to, oops. And I'm going to just pop that on here, like so. Super, super simple, okay? Easy peasy. Thanks for sharing, Kat, okay? So that's card number 1. Really, really, really easy. And again, you could change up the colours on that very simply if you wanted. So now I'm going to do one that's a little bit more fiddly. It's not more difficult, it's just a bit more fiddly. So we're going to start with our card base the same. Okay, Whisper White. And then we've got a layer of Granny Apple Green. Okay, and then we've got another layer of Whisper White. Okay, I'm going to go that way. And then we're going to use this image from the stamp set. Put that on a block. Okay, and then we're going to need some scrap paper. Just 1 second. Stamp on. Move that over. Okay, so now we will here. Thank you, ladies. I can't see the comments on my phone. I have to keep looking over at my computer. It's a bit of a pain. So if I don't respond to your comment, I do apologise. Right, so we're going to ink up with our Granny Apple Green ink. Okay. Just going to. So this is quite a large stamp. So if you had your Stamparatus, I'd recommend using this. But I have mine, but I just haven't bothered to pick it out for this particular card. But either way, it's fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to line this up. So I'm going to make sure that the stems are just slightly off the bottom of my piece of card here, okay? And then we're just going to stamp. Just going to stamp like so. And again, I'm going to give it a good press. This is quite a big-ish stamp. Okay, so that's one. And then we're going to ink it up again. Move it along and just do the same. Okay. There we go. Okay, and now what I'm going to do, okay, is I'm going to ink this up and then I'm going to stamp it off twice. Okay, and then I'm just going to add a bit in the background. Okay, so you all know that I like to stamp off. 1, it gives me a little bit of extra texture, and 2, it gives me more than one colour from the same ink pad. Here we go, I'll do that one more time. stamp off twice. And then we'll add a bit, let's put a bit more over here actually. It's quite an overgrown field, this one. There we go. Okay. And then we're going to use our punch. Hi Kathy, welcome from Chicago. Wow. Do you win the prize for the furthest away? Okay, so I've been playing around and I've got myself some confetti here of various different colors, okay? And I've also got, this is the Magenta Madness, which is one of those lovely new colors. And I'm going to just punch out some flowers, okay? And they've gone everywhere, but that's fine. Yeah, that's a bit better. Okay, alrighty. So now I've got some Coastal Cabana in here, but I don't want those. And I don't want white either. Okay, so so I've got Magenta Madness, I've got some Flirty Flamingo, and I've got some Daffodil Delight. Okay, so here's me being a little bit OCD, and then I've got some Purple Posy, which is this gorgeous light purple colour. Okay, so I should have done this before, but hey ho. Gives you all time to say hello. Oh, you've shared. Excellent, Kathy. Thank you for sharing. Remember that sharing the video gets you 3 entries into my prize draw. Okay, top prize, which will be announced on Tuesday. Top prize is a choice of your kit of your choice from the new catalogue. So that's kind of cool. Okay, nearly there, guys. Nearly there. Here we are. Okay, alrighty. Okay, there we go. So I think really we're going to use these 3 colours here. And then I'm going to need my Take Your Pick tool. Okay, so I'm just going to get that going a bit. Get a new blob on there. That's it. Okay, and now I'm just going to sit down for this bit. Okay, so I'm just going to pick up my flowers and just randomly pop them around. And we all know how great it is doing random, right? It's one of the hardest looks to achieve, is a random look, but we'll do our best. Okay, so I'm arranging these on here, knowing full well that actually how they'll finish up will probably be quite different. So, already got big pink, so I'll put one there, and I'll put one there, and then I think, maybe a yellow one down here. Okay, that should do for the moment. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, let's hope that my glue, I've got a little bit of gunk on the top, so let's get rid of that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up my flower. Actually, I'm going to just pop a tiny bit of glue down there, and then we'll just pop the flower back down. And same here. I love this tool. Just makes this sort of stuff so much easier. Don't ask me how. It gets to be sticky enough to pick it up, right? But it doesn't, but then it usually picked up the wrong way, but then it usually releases enough when you stick it back down again. I don't understand how that's possible, but I'm just glad that it is. You can see how this just makes it so much easier. Stick our bits down. And this is a great way to use up your scraps as well, because that's all I've done is I've just looked and seen what kind of scraps have I got that kind of look nice together. So let's have a look. Do we need another one? I've got a blob of glue down there, but I'm not putting a flower there. Let's see. I think that will do. I haven't put a purple posy one on. Let's do that. Put one there. Generally speaking, if you're arranging colours on a card, I always recommend at least 3, but don't go mad. Oh dear, did not want that. Look at that. I need a really big flower to make that bit of glue worthwhile, so let's just scoop that off. There we go. Let's try that one again, shall we? There we go. That's better. There. And then I think down here. I don't know about you, but whenever I'm watching anybody making a card online, I like to try and predict where they're going to put their bits. Don't know, do you guys do that? There we go. Okay, I think that will do. All right, and then we're going to stamp our greeting. So we're going to use the same greeting as before. No, next is a little bit of blending. Okay. Before I stamp, so we can move that all away, use that for another project. And then I've got my ink pad here, so I've got some Pool Party. Okay, so again I'm just going to load up my brush, and then I'm just going to, there we go, just make sure I don't get a big bit on it. Okay, so we just dab off the excess and then just very gently add some blue to my card. You can see I'm not adding a lot, just a little bit around the top, just a hint of blue. Okay, and I'm leaving it deliberately uneven because I want it to give the impression of clouds. Okay, can you see that? And then we're going to take our Always again. Okay, I'm going to ink that up in black. Okay, thanks for sharing the video, Diane. That's 3 entries into the prize draw for you and everyone else. Now, let's try and get this lined up. Here we go, always, and then same, thinking of you. Okay, and then I'm also going to grab this little dragonfly here. He's really cute. Okay, and I'm just going to add him. I'm going to use black for him. Again, just going to add one here. And then one here. Okay, so this isn't a complicated card. Just needs a little bit more faffing, I suppose, for want of a better word. Okay, and then I'm just going to ink this on here. You can see I've got a scrap here on the back. Already stamped it. Alrighty. Here we go. Okay, and then we'll pop some dimensionals on the back. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Glad you like it. But it needs a little something. In fact, I think it needs a few little somethings. So let's see if you guys can guess what those little somethings are going to be. So let's start with think we probably need a few little rhinestones on here. Not going to put one in every flower, just some of them. And then of course, what do we need? The brush, Sue. Yes, so these I got on Amazon. So if you do a search for oval makeup brushes, and they come in all sorts of different shapes and sizes, well, oval really, all sorts of sizes. I got this size. I think in hindsight I probably would have gotten a slightly larger one, but they're not expensive. So like I say, just do your search on Amazon for oval makeup brushes and you'll find them. They're really good. And then we're just going to add some Wink of Stella to our flowers. There we go. Whoop. And there we have it. So again, a little bit more, very, very simple, a little bit more complicated, but again, very straightforward to do, but I think it gives a much better, not better, just a much different effect. Okay, and then for our final card, we're going to step it up a little bit more. Okay, so let's just make some space here. Don't need our brush. Okay, and for this, I'm going to use the, what's it now? The Flowers for Every Season Designer Series paper. Okay, I like this paper pack. Like I said earlier, I'm still conflicted about some of these patterns. So like this one, I'm not that keen on, but some of the reverse patterns are absolutely beautiful. So we've got our card base, Whisper White, and then here's, you can see that piece there, not really my thing, but look at the back of it. And that's that gorgeous misty moonlight piece. And then we've got our, I've got a piece of Flirty Flamingo. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue our patterned paper. And this is one of my favorite layouts for using patterned paper on a card, because it doesn't overwhelm the card. I find sometimes that can happen, and I don't like that. And then we can glue this down. The other reason for it is that it means that you can get a lot of cards out of your packs of paper. So there we go. Whoop! I wiggled that and I didn't mean to. There we are. Okay, and then we have a Flirty Flamingo rectangle, a white rectangle, and a little strip. Okay, so I also need a scrap of white. Let me just grab one here. There, this should do. Alrighty, so we're going to use the same flower that we did before. So we've got the stem and the flowers. So we're going to get our Granny Apple Green. Okay, and we're going to just stamp our flower like that. Okay, and then we're going to ink up our flower heads and stamp those. Okay, and then on our scrap, that's not a scrap, this is a scrap. Oh, just here's where I was playing about, we can make a cute little border with that punch as well, which is really, really nice. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp these on here. Okay, close these up, and then I'm going to cut these out. I'm going to do a bit of fussy cutting. Okay, so this is a little bit trickier than the other card, but as you can see, the trick with these is to move your card rather than your scissors. Can you see that? And again, don't worry too much about it being exact and precise, because I'm laying it down onto the same color background, so it's not too bad. Okay, So what I'm saying is you won't see the white border. I'm going to cut it quite close there because that's where it's going to join to the stem. But for the rest of it, there we go. So that's one. Well, let's do the other one. And I'm deliberately wanting it a little bit jagged because that's what the flower is. So as you can see, not being careful at all. Now, if you weren't confident and you weren't sure of yourself, you could just cut it in a much smoother way around the edge. But you know what? If you accidentally cut off one of the little petals, who's gonna know? Apart from you. So, as I said, don't stress out. And again, by moving you can see I'm moving the paper, not the scissors, so it's just a lot easier, and it's a lot easier on your hands. Okay, so that's the fiddly bit out of the way. So now we've got a little strip here, and this is a 1/2 inch strip, and I'm going to use another new punch, which is the pick a label punch. And I really like this because you've got the two label ends. So I'm going to stamp the thinking of you onto my, now you all know that I normally work in centimeters, but this punch, the channels are in inches. So when you're cutting your cardstock, make sure to cut it in inches, because the corresponding centimeter measurements are just too faffy, like 1.9 centimeters and rubbish like that. It's just not worth the hassle. Okay, so then we're just going to slide this, because this is the narrow, so we're just going to slide it into the channel. I'm going to do this one actually. Okay, so we will slide that in, punch it down, and we get that pretty little end. And then I'm just going to trim this end. Okay, and then just slide it in right till it reaches the back. You can feel it, and then punch it down. And there we go. Cute, right? And then what I am going to do is, just bear with me 1 second. I thought I had a larger strip, so just 1 second. So that was a 1/2 inch. I wanted a 3/4 inch strip. Let me just see if this one's the right width. No, that was only half. So let me cut a 3/4 inch strip. I'll be right back, ladies. Just trying to find the right scrap. Okay, so. Okay, so we have our 3/4 inch strip, which is the next channel up. Okay, so I'm just going to slide that in. Again, just put it to the back. There we go. And then just want to trim this off again. And just do the same. And there we have the lovely layered label. Isn't that cool? I really like that. I think this is just one of those that it doesn't look very exciting. It doesn't make you kind of go, oh wow. But actually I think it's really kind of cool. Right, so now let's assemble our card. So we'll grab our dimensionals and we'll just add our flowers on here. And I'm just ruffling them up a bit, like so, just to give a bit of extra texture. Okay, and of course, Wink of Stella. I must challenge myself to do an entire live video without using Wink of Stella. You think I could do it? What do you reckon, ladies? I'm not sure I could, actually. Right, so now we're going to glue this piece onto our Flirty Flamingo layer. Okay, and And then we're going to glue our sentiment onto here. Okay. There we go. And then I'm going to grab some of our new, this is our new white ribbon. So this comes in a pack with the with this gorgeous gingham, which is the new green, and whoops, this twine, which is the misty moonlight and white. And I'm just thinking, actually, now I've done it. I've confused myself. What am I going to do? What to do, ladies? The white or the blue? Or maybe I'll do both. Maybe we'll do both. Now I'm going to have to fiddle about a little bit. No, do you know what? I think I'll just do the blue. I think the white is too thick. Okay, so I'm going to just wrap this around a couple of times. Do a little knot. Okay. Ooh, didn't mean to do that. Go, and then we're going to pop this up. I'm going to pop this up as well. I thought I'd already done that bit. Never, Lynn. You don't think I could manage it? I think you might be right. I do well to make a card without Wink of Stella on it, let alone a whole video. Let alone a whole video without it on there. It's got to be my number one thing that I use on my cards more than anything else. Okay, so we'll just pop that on there, and then we can pop our sentiment strip. No, that won't work. So I'm going to do it like so. Okay, so now what I'm going to need to do, because I'm doing it this way, is I actually need 2 dimensionals on this side, because this layer is already popped up. So, okay, that way my sentiment strip will sit level. There we go, and then I think we'll move this over this way. There we go. That's closer to what I wanted. Okay, and then we'll just trim that end a little. And then let's add some rhinestones, which are somewhere. Come out, wherever you are. There we go. And then we'll just add a couple. Like so. My computer's gone off. There we go. So let's see if we can see you all now. Diane, watching my videos makes you spend lots of money. Oh, Diane, watching everybody else's videos makes me spend lots of money, so I like to pass it on to you lot. But that's the advantage of being a demonstrator, is that at least you're not paying full price for it, right? It's not so bad then. Okay, so there we go. So that's 3 cards using the Field of Flowers stamp set and coordinating punch. So you've got a super simple one, and then 2 more complicated stepped up ones. As I said, I love this set. I think it's just got a lot of possibilities, and especially with these flowers, and just think these would make these flowers here have got great potential for shaker cards. So there you go, Field of Flowers. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be live again at 6 o'clock when I'll be playing with the Beautiful World suite. So we should have cards that have got a kind of different look to them, slightly more masculine look. As I say, in the meantime, make sure to pick your numbers for bingo tonight. I've pinned the post at the top of the page. All you've got to do is pick 5 random numbers from 1 to 25. Doesn't matter what they are, as long as they're there. And then join me at 8 o'clock tonight when we'll be playing a few rounds of bingo. I'll be giving away some £20 gift vouchers to spend in my shop, and some other prizes, and there'll be crafting. So do make sure to join me again. Well, join me again at 6, but definitely join me again at 8. Share the video if you can. And what else? Yes, coming up now after this is another treasure hunt. So Kat, this one's for you. I think you're going to love it. But I hope you all enjoy it, and I'll see you again at 6. Thanks for watching. Bye.